Welcome to Major League Baseball's virtual network. I'm Nicholas Callis, an AL East matchup to be more specific, coming to you right now. It's the New York Yankees and the Baltimore Orioles playing at Yankee Stadium. Gerrit Cole's making his first start here with the Yankees at Yankee Stadium today, and there he is. Has had two previous starts, no record yet, and an ERA a little north of 4. For his standards, he's struggled since coming to New York, but he hasn't pitched in this stadium yet. It's the first time pitching in front of home fans.
Leading off tonight for Baltimore.
Playing an Orioles team, despite this team making it only to 50 wins last season, this team starting 5-5 and in third place in the AL East. The Yankees 6-4 and are in first place in the AL East, trailed closely behind by both these Orioles and the Blue Jays, who are 6-5, a half game back of the division lead. 0-1 pitch. Hanser Alberto at the plate, a versatile infielder, former Texas Ranger, but looking to be the consistent second baseman for the Orioles. Here comes the 0-2. That's outside. Count 1 ball and 2 strikes. Alberto starting the year with a .333 average. Counts even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Gerrit Cole reaching 97 miles per hour on that pitch. Alberto yesterday in game 1 of this series went 2 for 5, had a couple RBIs as well. 2-2, here it is. On the ground toward the middle. Played by LeMahieu. Throws to Voit. First out at the top of the first. And we'll take a look at the starting lineup now for the Orioles. Not too many changes, although there's one big one. Jose Iglesias, newest member of this Orioles team as a position player, playing shortstop and batting 8th. Veteran player that makes good contact and fields at an excellent level. Here's Trey Mancini. He takes strike 1. Mancini been more or less a face of this franchise. Had some success over the past couple years, starting out this year with a .244 average. Mancini went 1 for 5 yesterday with an RBI. Playing left field, although he's versatile in all outfield positions. 1-1 pitch from Gerrit Cole. 100 miles per hour on that pitch. Gerrit Cole in the offseason signed a 9-year, $324 million contract with the New York Yankees. He was drafted by the Pittsburgh Pirates in 2011, made his debut with the Pirates in 2013. Was traded to the Houston Astros for the 2018 season. Spent 18 and 19 there and starts the new decade at the forefront of the New York Yankees rotation. 2-2 pitch. Strikeout. And now there are 2 outs in the top of the first inning.
Batting third, the left fielder, number 25.
Cole
Anthony.
been around triple digits in terms of velocity. And now here's Anthony Santander. Pitch misses inside, ball 1. Santander playing left field for this team. I should correct myself. Mancini is in right field. Santander is in left. And the 1-0 pitch is a strike to him. Switch hitter. Batting from the left side. Cole's 1-1 pitch. And that's fouled off. Count now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Gerrit Cole's first start as a Yankee at Yankee Stadium. 1-2 pitch coming to Santander. Got him swinging. Cole with 2 strikeouts in that top half of the inning. And retires the side. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base. To the bottom of the first inning, it's the Orioles 0 and the Yankees coming to bat. Lefty John Means is on the mound. An ERA of 4.50 in 2 starts. 1 no decision and 1 loss. This Yankees lineup, all the starters tonight, except for one, are all right-handed hitters. And here's DJ LeMahieu. Someone who many projected to struggle in pinstripes. Turned into an all-star, an MVP candidate. And he flies that pitch into right field. Trey Mancini's there. And that's out number 1. And with that, let's take a look at the starting lineup for the New York Yankees. And no new faces this season, but you really don't need any new faces. A powerful lineup filled with many experienced players. And here's one coming in now, Aaron Judge. Now in his 5th season with New York. Swings and misses at strike 1. Judge started the year on the injured list and got taken off just in time for this 4-game series with the Orioles. So now he's playing right field. Quickly down 0-2 against Means. Takes that pitch. Judge, former Rookie of the Year award winner. MVP candidate. Home Run Derby winner. Home Run champion. Has struggled with injuries over the last few seasons. But when he's in the lineup, his presence is certainly felt. Yankees happy to have both him and Giancarlo Stanton back in the lineup. Stanton's in left field, batting 4th. 2-2 coming to Judge. That's outside, count 3-2. Aaron Hicks, the other outfielder, usually in the mix. He is still on the injured list as of this game. Probably won't come around until late summer. That pitch hit one to right field. And that's foul. Count still full 3-2. John Means' pitch. That's hit well to left and foul, but Hicks usually plays center and Gardner usually plays left, but the Yankees allowing some more bats to flow through the lineup. So now Stanton moves from designated hitter to left. Miguel Andujar is the designated hitter, and Gardner, who usually plays left, is now in center field. Alberto throws to Davis, and there are 2 outs now in the bottom of the 1st. And here comes a talented young middle infielder, Gleyber Torres. Naturally, a shortstop, came up with the Yankees, though, as a second baseman when Gregorius was around, but since Gregorius signed with another team, Torres moves from second to shortstop. Flies out there to Santander. And the inning's over. No runs on no hits and nobody left on for the Yankees. Moving on to the second inning. No score here at Yankee Stadium. You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network, brought to you by MLB The Show 20. I'm Nicholas Callis. AL East matchup between the Orioles and the Yankees. Garrett Cole, his first start as a Yankee at Yankee Stadium, and already has 2 strikeouts. Moving into the second inning, here's Renato Nunez. Nunez, a former Oakland Athletic, and has played the majority of his career in Baltimore. Toward the middle, played by Cole. Throws to Voit, that's out number 1. And we'll take a look at the Yankees' defense now. Stanton in left, Gardner in center, Aaron Judge, newly activated, he's playing right field, and then you have Urshela, Torres, LeMahieu, and Voit on the infield, and Gary Sanchez, all-star catcher behind the plate. And here's Chris Davis. Starting the year in the 200s, which is good for him. He set a record that, a couple records actually, that not a lot of players would be proud of.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Had the longest hitless streak in terms of at-bats. He went about 52 straight at-bats without getting a hit. Check swing appeals unsuccessful for the Yankees. 2-1's the count. He also had the worst average of the modern day, and it was under 200. 179 he batted in 2018. He broke the streak in 2019, got himself a hit, and was a little closer to 200, starting the year off the right way, above 200, and I'm sure he wants to stay there. Orioles still keeping faith in him. Still a middle-of-the-order hitter, batting 5th in this game. He's batted 5th consistently, but he strikes out there. Cole out with 3 strikeouts, and that's out number 2 in the top of the 2nd inning.
The center fielder, Austin Hayes.
With 2 outs, that'll bring up Austin Hayes. Struggled in the first 10 games with the Orioles. He's batting .061. He's got a home run and 2 RBIs as well to his credit. Yesterday, Hayes went 1 for 4. He had 2 RBIs in the Orioles win. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Counts even at 1. This is a 4-game series between these two, and this is game 2 of the 4-game series. Orioles won yesterday 6-3. As that pitch is fouled off. Counts 1-2. The Yankees are at the top of the AL East. 6-4 record, and the Orioles a game back in 3rd place with a 5-5 record. Left side, there's Urshela. Throws to Voit, keeps his foot on the bag. Athletic play on both ends to end the inning. No runs on no hits, and nobody left on for Baltimore in that top half of the 2nd. Moving to the bottom half, no score between the Orioles and the Yankees. You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network, brought to you by MLB The Show 20. I'm Nicholas Callis. Middle of the order, due up for the Yankees, Giancarlo Stanton, Gary Sanchez, and Miguel Andujar all scheduled to bat against John Means. And like I mentioned before, all but one hitter in this Yankees order are right-handed hitters. And Means the lefty on the mound. Stanton hits that pitch foul. The infield shifting Stanton, anticipating him to pull the ball to the left side. 1-1 pitch. That's a strike, counts 1-2. Stanton starting the year .316. He started on the injured list, but came off after a couple of games. And so far has been producing. 12 hits, 2 home runs, 7 RBIs. Strikes out there, though. That's the first out of this bottom of the 2nd inning. That's also the first strikeout for John Means.
The catcher, Gary
Stanton, with all his power, is sometimes subject to chasing high pitches because, while he can see it well, getting the bat there is much more of a difficult task. Anyway, 1 out. Here is Gary Sanchez. Hot start to the year for him. An average of .433. He has 1 home run and 5 RBIs. He had an off day yesterday. Kyle Higashioka got the assignment to catch. So he's batting for the first time this series. 1-1 chase. The count's 1-2. Compared to Cole's average of 99 miles per hour so far, Means throwing in the low 90s consistently. That last pitch was 91, dropped a curveball at 76. Counts even now, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Check swing, but the home plate umpire rules it a full swing. And John Means now with 2 strikeouts, both this half inning. And with 2 outs, here's Miguel Andujar. Andujar was injured most of last season. The Yankees went out and acquired Gio Urshela. Urshela was more of a middle infielder, but they moved him to third base because of the vacancy. And Andujar now expected to be a more versatile player. He's spent some spring training games in the outfield. And with Aaron Hicks out of the lineup, that allows Gardner to move to center, Stanton to go from designated hitter to left. And as you see here, it's an opening for Andujar to keep his bat in the lineup by being a designated hitter. 0-2 pitch coming from John Means. Fouled off, count still 0-2. Andujar yesterday batted second and was still designated hitter, but went 3 for 4 with an RBI. Got him! Andujar caught looking to end the inning, and John Means strikes out the side in that bottom of the second. Moving to the third inning, it's the Orioles 0 and the Yankees 0. You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network, brought to you by MLB The Show 20. I'm Nicholas Callis. An AL East matchup between the Orioles and the Yankees taking place. Garrett Cole getting ready for his third inning as the starter of today's game. 7-8-9 due up for the Orioles. Rio Ruiz, Jose Iglesias, and Chance Sisco. First pitch strike, and Ruiz being shifted by the Yankees. Heavy right side. 0-1, that's low. Counts even, 1 ball and 1 strike. Ruiz, former Atlanta Brave, now plays for the Orioles, and will start. Hits it against the shift and gets it into left field. Urshela couldn't make the play. Stanton will get it in quickly. First hit for either side is a leadoff single in the third inning for Rio Ruiz. And at that, he beat the shift. There is Jose Iglesias. Iglesias, 257 hitter. No home runs yet in his Orioles career, has 5 RBIs. Iglesias, former Boston Red Sox, Detroit Tiger, and Cincinnati Red. Chopped on the ground and foul. Counts 0-2. Longtime Detroit Tiger, but the Tigers looking to rebuild now and have had some seasons of struggling for the last couple of years. Look at LeMahieu. Agile play to get up there and make that catch. Watch this again. Well played and 1 out. There's number 9 hitter Chance Sisco. Since Matt Wieters no longer a part of the Orioles organization, the Orioles have looked for a catcher of the future.
Count 1-0.
Haven't quite found it yet. Right now, it's Chance Sisco and Pedro Severino in a platoon role, where Sisco faces right-handed pitching and Severino, a right-handed hitter, faces left-handed pitching.
2 balls, no strike.
And neither one has been deemed superior yet by management, so they are stuck to the platoon role. That pitch misses inside, count 3-0. Rio Ruiz on first base. He singled to open up this inning. And Jose Iglesias just lined out. 3-0 pitch coming to Sisco. That's a strike, count 3-1. Despite Cole's anticipation to start with the Yankees, he started 2 games, has an ERA of 4.15, and does not have a decision yet. For his standards, he's struggled. But this is his first start at home as a New York Yankee. 3-1 pitch. That's fouled off. And the count is worked full now. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Chance Sisco. That misses. And the Orioles with an opportunity to score now. Rio Ruiz moves from first to second. He's now in scoring position. Sisco on first after working the walk, and top of the order. Now coming up for Baltimore. Hanser Alberto grounded out in his first at bat. For 1 against Cole. Both runners go. And that's a foul ball. That's a 50-50 play when you send both runners. Can either work out really well or be an inning ender. No matter how many outs are on the board. Here's the 0-1. That misses. Counts even, 1 ball and 1 strike. Ruiz on second. He singled to open up this inning. Chance Sisco just walked. He's on first. And Cole falls behind Alberto in this plate appearance. It's 2-1 now on the Orioles second baseman. An impactful game early in the year. The Yankees with a win could break away with the AL East lead. The Orioles are 1 win away from tying up the division lead in the AL East. This is game 2 of a 4-game series. The Orioles won yesterday. Counts even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. A crucial and pivotal strikeout for Garrett Cole. Now 2 outs on the board this half inning. But a dangerous part of this Orioles order coming up. Trey Mancini, the number 2 hitter, comes in 0 for 1. That's a strike, counts 0-1. But the Yankees 6-4 right now lead the AL East. The Blue Jays are 6-5, a half game back of the division, and the Orioles 5-5, 1 full game back of the division lead. The Rays 4-6, 2 games back, and the Red Sox on a 4-game losing streak are 2-9, 4.5 games back of the AL East lead. 0-2 pitch to Mancini. Foul that one off. Cole with a healthy balance of fastballs and sliders to all of these hitters so far. 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. 5 strikeouts for Garrett Cole, the last 2 in a crucial spot, and the Orioles fail to score despite getting 2 runners on base. No runs on a hit for the Orioles, 1 walk in the inning, 2 runners left on base. Moving to the bottom of the 3rd inning, it's the Orioles 0 and the Yankees 0. You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network, brought to you by MLB The Show 20. I'm Nicholas Callis. Yankees so far hitless coming into this bottom of the 3rd inning. 7-8-9 due up. It'll be Luke Voit, Brett Gardner, and Gio Urshela. And this is how dangerous this Yankees lineup is. I mean, every hitter in this lineup is a middle-of-the-order caliber hitter. LeMahieu, Judge, Torres, Stanton, Sanchez, Andujar, Voit, Gardner, and Urshela. Gardner, the only one really who's not a stereotypical power hitter, but even he has some potential. This Yankees lineup is scary, and with their newest toy, so to speak, Garrett Cole, who just got signed at the head of their rotation. On paper, they're intimidating. Fouled off, counts 1 and 2. Despite that, the Yankees have still lost 4 out of 10 games that they've played to start the year. A couple of which were to this Orioles team. Voit strikes out there. That's 4 strikeouts now for John Means. It's out number 1. Let's take a look at these last 4 strikeouts. He's on a roll. There's Stanton last inning. Sanchez last inning. And Andujar last inning. And the 4th straight strikeout of Luke Voit. There's Brett Gardner, the only left-hander in this order among starters today. Gardner batting .316. Has 1 home run and 2 RBIs. And pops that first pitch up. So that ends the strikeout streak for Means, but that's still 2 outs in the bottom of the third inning. Base is empty, and number 9 hitter coming to the plate, Gio Urshela. Like LeMahieu, it is accurate to say that Urshela had a breakout season with the Yankees last year. Didn't do too much when he was a part of the Indians, was traded to the Blue Jays. Didn't play there very long. And was traded from the Blue Jays to the Yankees, where he became an impactful player, filling in at third base. And he started mainly because of that injury-filled 2019 the Yankees had. Grounds out to Chris Davis there. And the third inning is over. We're through a third of this game. And still scoreless. Baltimore and New York tied at 0. You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network, brought to you by MLB The Show 20. I'm Nicholas Callis. AL East game between the Orioles and the Yankees. Garrett Cole making his first start as a Yankee at Yankee Stadium. Has given up 1 hit and 1 walk so far. No runs. Facing the 3-4-5 hitters in the Orioles lineup to begin this half inning. It's Anthony Santander, Renato Nunez, and Chris Davis all scheduled to bat. 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss, counts even at 1. 99 miles per hour from Garrett Cole. There's the 1-1 pitch. That misses, counts 2 balls and a strike. Santander 0 for 1 against Garrett Cole. 2-1 pitch. That's top foul, counts even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Santander, a switch hitter, batting from the left side of the plate against the righty Cole. 2-2 pitch coming. Swing and a foul ball, count even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here comes the 2-2 one more time. And he fouled that pitch off, so the plate appearance extends. So if you're new to MLB Virtual Network, go ahead and follow at Virtual MLB on Twitter. You can get all the news you need from there, and then also on this YouTube channel, you can subscribe to the YouTube channel, MLB Virtual Network. You can watch 2 games broadcast today, along with updates on how your team's doing, even if your team isn't featured on a certain day. 3-2 pitch. That's hit wall to right field, but that's going to hook foul. But this is your place that you can watch baseball, even though real baseball won't be around until probably May. 3-2 pitch. Coming again, Santander fighting strongly in this at-bat and stays alive. Cole creeping up on 60 pitches now. 3-2 again. Here it is. Swing and a miss. And it took close to 10 pitches, but Garrett Cole gets the strikeout. He now has 6.
The designated hitter, Renato.
The first out of the 4th inning. So just an update around the sports world for you, this one concerning baseball. Actually, a couple sports are thinking of doing this. The NHL announced that it might play some of its games in a controlled location in North Dakota. And Major League Baseball, an early proposal to start its season in May and just play in a confined area in Arizona. Around no fans, just keep the spring training atmosphere, except the only difference is the games matter. So there's Renato Nunez, by the way. He's 0 for 1 against Garrett Cole. 2-0 pitch. That's a strike, 2-1. But it would be exciting to see real baseball resume again. And again, those are very early proposals, but Major League Baseball considering playing games in Arizona in a confined space, no fans around, or that it's yet to see what media would be allowed to cover those games. But time will tell. We're still in the middle of March, or no, we're in the middle of April now, man.
Nope. Ball 4.
Nunez walks. Just being inside constantly has made me lose track of time. Sometimes I forget what day of the week it is. But yeah, we're in early April now. March is over.
Davis.
So it's possible that in roughly a month, Major League Baseball could resume if enough of the authorities in the league and the front office of Major League Baseball, Commissioner Rob Manfred, can agree to some location where the players could be safe and enjoy baseball again. Here's Chris Davis. Grounded, Voit plays it, throws to Torres, back to Voit covering first. Chris Davis grounds into an inning-ending double play. No runs on no hits in the inning, one walk. No runners left on base. Top of the Yankees order due up. They're hitless against the Orioles. This game tied scoreless. You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network, brought to you by MLB The Show 20. I'm Nicholas Callis. Here's DJ LeMahieu. He's 0 for 1, but hot start to 2020. .419 hitter with 4 home runs and 12 RBIs. Came up, made his debut with the Chicago Cubs in 2011, then played with the Colorado Rockies from 2012 to 2018, and signed a free agent contract with the Yankees in the 2018-2019 offseason. He came to the Yankees as what would be viewed as a versatile piece of this team, and it didn't go quite as planned, and it might have been for the better. Troy Tulowitzki was supposed to start at shortstop because Didi Gregorius was hurt to start 2019. Don't forget that. That pitch lined to the left. Santander there, he makes the catch, and that's out number 1. But, I mean, just thinking about it, he was supposed to be a versatile infielder, and it turned out that Tulowitzki got hurt again. Gregorius was already hurt, so Torres moved from second to shortstop, and LeMahieu became their starting second baseman, made the All-Star team, was in some MVP talks, and he's their opening day second baseman. That was not the case a year ago. That pitch misses outside, ball 1. I mean, the expectations that he had, he broke through them. Judge pops that pitch up. Jose Iglesias makes the catch, and John Means with a couple quick outs now. 2 away, bottom of the 4th. Yankees still have a 0 in the hit column through 3 2/3 innings. Here's Gleyber Torres. He's hitless in the series, went 0 for 3 yesterday, and now 0 for 1 to start today. Torres was involved in a trade with the Chicago Cubs. He came to the Yankees when the Yankees traded Aroldis Chapman to the Cubs. Of course, Chapman went on to win the World Series with them, and then the Yankees got both good ends of that deal because the Yankees just went along and signed Chapman again when he became a free agent in 2017, or in the offseason of 16 and 17. 1-2 pitch. Got him swinging. John Means has pitched 4 scoreless innings, and he and Cole have matched each other pitch for pitch going into the 5th inning. You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network, brought to you by MLB The Show 20. I'm Nicholas Callis. And there's Heidi Watney.
Leading off for the Orioles, the center fielder, Austin.
6-7-8 due up for the Orioles. Austin Hayes, Rio Ruiz, and Jose Iglesias all scheduled to bat. One-0 pitch from Garrett Cole, who's now at 66 pitches, and the count's even 1 ball and 1 strike. Came into this inning with 64. These Orioles hitters have made him work. Cole's given up 2 walks and a hit to this point in the game. 2-1 pitch. That's inside, counts 3 balls and a strike. And the player with the hits there on the on-deck circle, Rio Ruiz, scheduled to bat second this inning. Jose Iglesias scheduled to bat third this inning as the 8-hitter. 3-1. That's a strike, counts full 3-2. This is game 2 of a 4-game series. The Orioles won game 1 yesterday, 6-3. Swing and a miss. Garrett Cole, 7 strikeouts.
Up next for the
That won the first out of this 5th inning.
Rio
Well, despite his
Ruiz.
rather large pitch count, not excessive, but still has 7 strikeouts. Been a quality start so far, hit in the air left field. And play made there by Giancarlo Stanton. And Cole's got a couple quick outs now. 2 outs,
Shortstop,
top of the 5th.
Jose Iglesias.
And Jose Iglesias comes up to bat. Veteran shortstop 0 for 1 against Garrett Cole. First pitch.
Ball, that's out.
That's outside. Iglesias yesterday went 1 for 4 in the Orioles win. He's now 1 for 5 in the series after going 0 for 1 in his first at bat. And takes strike 2, top of the zone.
Yeah, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Strike 1, correction, counts even 1 ball and 1 strike, but 97 up there is. I mean, you can only really experience how challenging that is if you've ever seen a pitch at that elevation, at that velocity. You really get into some of the fast-paced action on the field, including velocity or fielding ground balls. I mean, this sport is quite difficult and not for everybody. Counts even 2 balls and 2 strikes now on Jose Iglesias. 2 outs, top of the 5th. Base is empty. This game tied at 0.
Full count.
Cole elevates again at 98. That one can't find the zone. Counts full 3-2. Hit in the air left field. Giancarlo Stanton is back. And he makes the catch. Top of the 5th inning's over. No runs, no hits, nobody left on for the Orioles. Going to the bottom of the 5th inning, it's the Orioles 0 and the Yankees 0. 4-5-6 up for the Yankees. Coming up next. You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network, brought to you by MLB The Show 20. I'm Nicholas Callis, and there's Heidi Watney again. Giancarlo Stanton will bat. 4-5-6 hitters due up for the Yankees.
Giancarlo.
And zeros across the board. Yankees without a hit and without a base runner at this point in the game. Strike 1 thrown from John Means. Stanton, former MVP, hit 59 home runs in 2017 when he won the Most Valuable Player award. That was with the Marlins. And after his MVP season, was traded here to the Yankees, who picked up his contract. He signed one of the biggest extensions in the history of baseball with the Marlins, a 14-year extension worth $325 million. The Yankees have picked that up in the trade. Chopped. Means plays it off the mound, and that's how the Yankees get their first hit of this afternoon. That's going to be a base hit.
Now batting.
A ball tapped in front of the plate. John Means deserves a bit of an ovation. Had a perfect game going into the 5th inning. And that's just more of a feat just because of this Yankees team and how offensive friendly it is. Strike 1. Gary Sanchez 0 for 1, struck out in the 2nd inning. Means to this point has been pitching well against this Yankees team. Counts even 1 ball and 1 strike. Sanchez made his Major League debut with the Yankees in 2016. This is now his 5th season in pinstripes. Swing and a miss. Ball gets away from Cisco. Stanton will move from first to second. That'll be scored a wild pitch. But Sanchez, I'll take a look at this one more time. So that is a strike, but Cisco couldn't keep it in front of him. Stanton wise enough to move up. He's in scoring position now, nobody out. But Sanchez came up in somewhere in between 50 and 60 games He hit 20 home runs.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Been around as an all-star a few different times. Struggled with injuries, too, but just one of the many feared hitters out of this Yankees lineup. Stanton singled and then advanced to second on a wild pitch. Number 2 hitter in this half inning. Sanchez now takes that pitch low. Counts 3-2. And Miguel Andujar is on deck. Means 3-2 pitch to Sanchez. That's outside. A single, a wild pitch, and a walk have put runners on first and second for the Yankees. And this is an advantage that the Yankees have. Miguel Andujar coming to the plate. He's 0 for 1, but in most lineups, the case is as you move toward the bottom of the order, your lesser feared hitters come up to bat. But the issue when facing the Yankees is that there's not really a hitter in this lineup that shouldn't be feared. Everybody in this Yankees lineup has home run potential and hits well. 1-0 pitch coming from Means to Sanchez. Means had a perfect game coming into this 5th inning and gave up a chop in front of the plate single to Giancarlo Stanton and then walked Sanchez. The 1-1 pitch, that's outside, counts 2-1. Yankees will have Voit, Gardner, and Urshela to round out the order. They would be the hitters due up. And now Andujar ahead in the count, 3-1, and Means in quite a lose-lose situation right now with Luke Voit on deck. So you don't want to walk Andujar, but if you throw a pitch, if you make a mistake in the heart of the order, Andujar has the power to put it out. And a well-placed changeup there. Wise pitch by Means, count 3-2. Despite this little pickle, Means at 58 pitches, 3-2. That's ripped and fouled down the left side. Count full, 3 balls, 2 strikes still. Now the Yankees designated hitter. One in the field, first and third baseman, and experimenting in the outfield. The Yankees excess in the infield. Count still full, 3-2. Means just threw his 60th pitch of this outing. Full count pitch again. Here it is. That's outside. Second walk issued by Means in this inning and in this game, and there is nobody out. Bases loaded. And a conference at the mound now. The toughest spot in baseball to work out of. Bases loaded and nobody out. And an added bonus, Means is facing the Yankees. Stanton singled, he's on third. And then Sanchez, who's on second, and Andujar, who's on first. They both walked. And Voit lined into left, base hit. Santander picks it up. Stanton scores from third, and the Yankees play station to station as Ruiz cuts that off. 1-0 Yankees. Here in inning 5. Sanchez moves to third. Andujar moves to second. Voigt's aboard at first with an RBI single. And here's Brett Gardner. Still bases loaded. Still nobody out. Pitch from Means. That's a strike, 0-1. Gardner's 0 for 1. He popped out in the third inning to catcher Chance Sisco. Still batting 300 plus on the year, 308. And here's the 0-1 pitch from Means. That's hit water right center field. Austin Hayes looking to run it down. He does. Sanchez tags from third. The throw into Alberto, into Sisco is late. Sanchez scores from third. It's 2-0 Yankees. Sacrifice fly for Brett Gardner. Andujar moves from second to third, and Voit stays put at first. And with one out, Gio Urshela, number 9 hitter, comes up for the Yankees. 2 runs in on 2 hits and a couple walks as well. That pitch misses inside, ball 1. Stanton singled, Sanchez and Andujar walked. Voit hit an RBI single, and Brett Gardner just hit a sacrifice fly, made it 2-0. On the ground left side, Iglesias to Alberto. Over to Davis. Double play ends the inning. Yankees get 2 runs on 2 hits and 2 walks in that half inning and leave 1 runner on base. After 5 full innings of play, it's the Yankees 2 and the Orioles 0. You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network, brought to you by MLB The Show 20. I'm Nicholas Callis. 9-1-2 due up for the Orioles. Chance Cisco, Hanser Alberto, and Trey Mancini all due up to bat. Cisco, not an official at bat, but walked in the 3rd inning in his first plate appearance against Garrett Cole. Cole making his first start as a Yankee in Yankee Stadium, and has yet to give up a run. Cole, in 2 starts so far with the Yankees on the road, has no decisions at a 4.15 ERA. Grounded against the shift. Played by Urshela. Throws to Voit. That's out number 1. John Means was out dueling Garrett Cole until that bottom of the 5th inning. Means gave up his first hit, his first base runner, and gave up the 2 runs that the Yankees have now. This is game 2 of a 4-game series. The Orioles won yesterday 6-3. Yankees up 2-0 now. And the AL East has a tight race amongst the top 4 teams early in this season. Hanser Alberto now down 0-2 in the count. See, that 3rd inning was the only time Cole threw 20-plus pitches in an inning. 0-2 pitch. Got him swinging. Garrett Cole, 8 strikeouts. And that's the 2nd out. The bottom of the 6th. But as of now, the Yankees are 6-4 at the top of the AL East. The Blue Jays 6-5, a half game back of the division lead, and then the Baltimore Orioles 5-5, 1 game back of the division. So a tight race so far. The Rays are tacked on there too, 2 games back of the division lead with a 4-6 record, and the Red Sox 2-9, 4.5 games out of the division. Red Sox have started the year off rather slow. 1-1 pitch. The Red Sox have had some injuries. Despite that, Dustin Pedroia got activated today for the Red Sox. So he'll be on their bench. He's kind of easing his way in, becoming a player for them again. And the Red Sox are also operating not only without Betson Price because they got traded away, but because Chris Sale is injured. He's going to have surgery on his arm, and he won't be back for a good part of 2020, if at all he comes back. So they've lost their all-star ace. 3-2 pitch coming from Cole. Got him on strikes. 9 strikeouts for Garrett Cole. That one ends the top of the 6th. Orioles go down 1-2-3. To the bottom of the 6th inning, it's the Yankees 2 and the Orioles 0. Bottom of the 6th, Yankees top of the order due up. DJ LeMahieu, Aaron Judge, and Gleyber Torres all due up to bat. John Means now pitching in his 6th inning of work. Meanwhile, a couple lefties in the bullpen for the Orioles, Paul Fry and Tanner Scott. 0-1 pitch coming to LeMahieu.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Yankees scored their 2 runs last inning on a Luke Voigt RBI single
Inside, ball 1.
and a sacrifice fly by Brett Gardner. John Means has been pitching efficiently, has been throwing strikes, and has had some success. And at this point, that 5th inning was his only blunder. Hit one to left center field. Austin Hayes has it, and that's out number 1.
The right fielder, number 99, Aaron Judge.
Here's Aaron Judge. He's 0 for 2 and has started the year hitless.
Ball 1, no strike.
Aaron Judge started this year off on the injured list, but has since came back, and he's been the Yankees starting right fielder again. Hasn't had much success since coming back. Also hasn't played very much either. So he's easing his way back into things. Takes strike 2. One-two pitch from Means. Hit foul, count still 1-2. Judge, a member of 50-plus home runs in a single season. Hit 52 in 2017 as a rookie. And he didn't hold that record for very long because Pete Alonso in 2019 hit 53 home runs as a rookie. But young, talented players coming up and breaking records. 1-2 pitch. Hit foul, count still 1-2. It's outside, counts even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Aaron Judge was a Rule 5 pick. He was a compensation pick, in 2013 with the Yankees.
We got 3 balls and 2 strikes.
The Yankees were compensated a pick for letting Nick Swisher sign with another team. They drafted themselves another quality right fielder. Chris Davis makes that play. And now there are 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. Here comes Gleyber Torres. Torres still on a slow start here in 2020. 0.77 average now, and he's 0 for 2 in today's game. Still batting in the middle of the order for the Yankees. And here comes the 1-0 pitch.
At the ball.
That misses, counts 2-0.
2-0.
John Means got LeMahieu and Judge out.
Ball 3.
Now falls behind Torres, 3-0. Giancarlo Stanton on deck. That's a strike, finds his own, counts 3-1. Torres, young shortstop of the Yankees, was acquired in 2016. Made his debut in 2018 and rips that pitch up the middle. Third hit for the Yankees. And this Gleyber Torres single.
The left fielder, Giancarlo.
That's kind of scary for a pitcher, just that you're throwing that object at a batter at a high velocity and then it's coming back at you even faster. He got out of the way, and there's Brandon Hyde coming out of the Orioles dugout. John Means, he's done, goes 5 2/3 innings, and despite what I would consider a quality start, he still gave up 2 runs
Now pitching for Baltimore.
and
Number
can't pitch out of the
62,
6th.
Michael
Here's Michael Rucker.
Rucker.
In 4 Hasn't pitched for long amounts of time. But his assignment right now is to finish off the 6th inning with the score remaining the same. Here's Giancarlo Stanton. He's 2 for 4 in the series, 1 for 2 today. Rutgers' first pitch. That's a strike, counts 0-1. It was feared that Stanton would be on the injured list as well to start this year. Yankees fans happy that that's not the case. Stanton has struggled with injuries for a good bit of his career, but ever since he came to the Yankees, he's had some injury problems. He was on the injured list in 2018 and was on the injured list for a significant amount of time in 2019. This Yankees team had the depth, despite having 20-plus injured players throughout the season, to still win 100-plus games and win the AL East. Grounded to Davis, plays it himself, steps on the bag, and that ends the inning. Yankees get no runs on a hit and leave 1 runner on base. Through 6 full innings, it's the Yankees 2 and the Orioles 0. You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network, brought to you by MLB The Show 20. I'm Nicholas Callis. An AL East matchup that favors the Yankees right now on the scoreboard. It's 2-0. Coming into the 7th inning, 3-4-5 due up for the Orioles. It's Santander, then Renato Nunez, and Chris Davis. They're all scheduled to bat. This is game 2 of a 4-game series. The Orioles won game 1, 6-3. That was yesterday. And there will be no off days in the middle of this series. These will be 4 straight games on 4 straight days. Gardner runs that one down. Santander is out.
Now batting.
1 out in the top of the 7th. Following this series, the Orioles will play a 3-game series starting on Friday and ending on Sunday at home against the Pittsburgh Pirates in an interleague game. Meanwhile, the Yankees, following this series, will go back on the road and will play the Oakland Athletics in a 3-game series Friday through Sunday. The Yankees' next off day is Thursday, April the 16th. The Orioles' next off day is Monday, April the 13th. Swing and a miss, counts even at 1. The Orioles have a couple small interleague series, 3 games with the Pirates, an off day, then a 2-game set with the Cubs, and then an off day on the 16th before returning to the American League to play the Royals on Friday, April the 17th. Both teams' schedules coming along, but still in the middle of this series, counts even 2 balls and 2 strikes. Yankees in position to split the series if they can hold the lead for the last three-ish innings. 2-2 on Nunez. Here it is. Got him swinging. Garrett Cole has reached 10 strikeouts. 1 out.
Now batting, the first baseman.
His first start at home as a Yankee. And he struck out 10. Has given up 1 hit. Walked 2. Performing well with 2 outs. Top of the 7th, here's Chris Davis. Cole running up to 100 pitches now. That was pitch 96. Chris Davis in 2013 became one of the most feared hitters in baseball after hitting 53 home runs in a single season. Into the shift, there's LeMahieu, throws to Voit. Davis out at first. And the top of the 7th is over. Orioles go down 1-2-3 once again. Still stuck to only 1 hit through 7 innings on offense. Moving to the bottom of the 7th. It's the Yankees 2 and the Orioles 0.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for Baltimore.
There's the second pitcher out of the Orioles bullpen. It's Paul Fry coming in for the 7th inning. Michael Rucker got the final out of the 6th inning, so he pitches officially a third of an inning, and zeros across the board for him.
For the Yankees,
Fry comes in at the top of this inning, and
Sanchez.
the top of this half. With this new Major League Baseball rule, Fry will be required to pitch the first 3 batters he faces. So he will be required to face the 3 hitters that are scheduled to bat this half inning: Gary Sanchez, Miguel Andujar, and Luke Voigt.
Nope, inside, ball 2.
Paul Fry a lefty, and all 3 hitters he's required to face are right-handers. If he were to face Brett Gardner, Gardner's the only lefty he would see.
Ball 3.
Counts 3-0 on Sanchez, Miguel Andujar on deck. Paul Fry's 3-0, here it is. That finds his zone, counts 3 balls and a strike.
3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike.
The AL East standings are tight right now, and these 2 teams are close to each other in terms of standings. The Yankees are 6-4 at the top of the division to start 2020. The Orioles 5-5 in 3rd place, 1 game back of the division. And Fry is able to work the count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. That's fouled off. Count still full, 3-2. Paul Fry last season had a 1-9 record with a 5.34 ERA in 57 and a third innings pitched. He walks Gary Sanchez to start off this bottom of the 7th inning.
Miguel Andujar.
Here's Miguel Andujar. 0 for 1, but has a walk in 2 plate appearances. Facing Paul Fry for the first time. Runner goes, and Andujar swings and misses. Sanchez will be tagged out by Alberto at second base. Sanchez not a stolen base threat at all. That jump, you see there, that was a late jump, and Andujar swinging leads me to believe that that was a hit and run that did not work out. So 1 out, 0-1 count now on Andujar. And that pitch misses high, counts even, 1 ball and 1 strike. Yankees up 2-0, scored twice in the 5th inning. Got the bases loaded with nobody out, and that was followed by Luke Voigt getting an RBI single, and then Brett Gardner hitting a sacrifice fly. And that 5th inning broke up a perfect game. John Means was throwing. His pitch count didn't exceed 80 either through 5 innings. Actually pitched into the 6th, too. He pitched 5 2/3 innings, but
Nope, that's the ball.
he pitched well up until that 5th inning and didn't give up any runs in the 6th inning, just couldn't finish the job. And he was replaced by the Michael Rucker of the Orioles bullpen. 2-2 pitch, hit well and foul. Count 2-2 still. Paul Fry on the mound now. This is his first inning out of the Orioles pen. Was a 2013 pick by the Seattle Mariners in the 17th round.
3-2.
3-2 pitch coming to Andujar. On the ground right side. Alberto plays it. Throws to Davis. That's out number 2.
Now back, first baseman.
Fry was traded on April 14th, 2017 to the Orioles, and he's been here ever since. 2019 was his first full year with the Orioles. He had been bounced from Norfolk in AAA to the Orioles in Major League Baseball. But he's been a consistent bullpen arm for them ever since. Not quite as high of a success rate out of the pen, but he's viewed as a reliable arm. Falls behind Luke Voigt, 2 balls and no strikes. Voigt 1 for 2 with an RBI single back in the 5th inning, and swings and misses at that pitch. You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network, brought to you by MLB The Show 20. That hit well to left, and that's a base hit. Hits it through the teeth of the shift. And he's got 2 hits now in this game. 2 for 3.
Now back, the center fielder, Brett Gardner.
Goes past Iglesias, and 1-2 out of the reach of Ruiz. And that'll bring up Brett Gardner. 2 outs, Voit on first base. First pitch from Fry to Gardner. That's a strike, 0-1.
0-1's the count.
Don't forget, if you're looking to continue to follow this league or this network, you can follow the Twitter page at Virtual MLB, and you can also subscribe to the YouTube channel at MLB Virtual Network. Wherever you're watching from, though, we welcome you and hope you're enjoying baseball while the world is canceled. Austin Hayes makes that play. Brett Gardner's out, and the 7th inning's over. Moving to the 8th inning, it's the Yankees 2 and the Orioles 0. 6, 7, 8 due up when we come back. Hey, look, we're back. 6, 7, 8 hitters due up for the Orioles.
Leading off for the Orioles, the center fielder,
Austin Hayes, Rio Ruiz, and Jose Iglesias also due up to bat, and Garrett Cole. Now pitching into the 8th inning, close to the century mark in pitch count. First pitch chopped by Hayes. Urshela over to Voit, and that's 1 quick out to start the 8th inning.
the batter, the third
Garrett
baseman,
Cole has 10 strikeouts.
Ruiz.
In line for his first win with the Yankees. He started 2 previous games, and entering today had a 4.15 ERA and no decisions. Should the Yankees be able to hold the lead, he would get the win, unless, of course, he gave up the runs that would net him a loss. Also, forgot to update you on Aroldis Chapman. His injury was minor. He had some soreness in his elbow.
The count is 1 and 2.
He rested yesterday, and he is available tonight, according to Aaron Boone. So we could see him in the 9th. That's not going to be ruled out.
Ball, that
Counts even, 2 balls and 2 strikes on Rio Ruiz. Former Atlanta Brave playing for the Orioles.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
And the count is worked full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Jose Iglesias is on deck. 3-2 pitch coming to the Orioles' third baseman. He strikes out. Garrett Cole has 11 strikeouts. And that's the second out of this top of the 8th inning.
Shortstop, Jose Iglesias.
Garrett Cole putting on a dominant performance, has given up 1 hit, 2 walks, and no runs. Now 2 outs here in the 8th, and it's Jose Iglesias batting. He's at 105 pitches now as Garrett Cole. Oh, 1 to the shortstop of the Orioles. Chopped foul, counts 0-2. Garrett Cole, known for strikeouts, set a franchise record with the Astros last season for most strikeouts in a single season by an Astro. Ground to the right side, LeMahieu throws to Voit, and that ends the 8th inning. Garrett Cole, 107 pitches, gives up no runs. Might come out for the 9th, that's not decided yet, but going to the bottom of the 8th, it's New York 2 and Baltimore 0.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please.
Tanner Scott coming in to pitch for the Orioles.
Number 66, Tanner.
Pitching the bottom of the 8th inning, coming in now. This is his 5th game appearing with the Orioles. And he'll have 9 1-2 hitters due up for the Yankees. Gio Urshela, and back to the top, DJ LeMahieu and Aaron Judge. First pitch. Grounded left side, and that's foul. Counts no balls and a strike. Yankees winning this game 2-0. This is game 2 of a 4-game series. The Orioles won game 1 6-3. Yankees leading here 2-0. Next to a fifth inning that netted them 2 runs. Luke Voigt had an RBI single in that
Count. 2
inning, and Brett Gardner hit a sacrifice fly. Two-one pitch. Here it comes. Hit well to left field. Back goes Santander to the wall. He can't make the play. That bounces up against the wall. Urshela into second. And it's a leadoff double for Gio Urshela, his 4th of the season. He's in scoring position with nobody out. And with that, the top of the order coming back around. Here's DJ LeMahieu. A couple of right-handed pitchers in. Miguel Castro, both in the Orioles bullpen. Here's DJ LeMahieu. Tanner Scott just came out of the bullpen. He is required to face LeMahieu and Judge before he's subject to being taken out.
Count 1-0.
It's that new rule where a pitcher must face a minimum of 3 batters or record the 3rd out of an inning before he can be taken out. There's the 1-0. That misses. And the Orioles in a bit of trouble now. 2 balls and no strikes on LeMahieu. Urshela on second. He just doubled. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. That hit well to the right side, but that's foul, and the count's 2-1. Yankees now have 4 team hits. The Orioles got 3 base runners on 1 hit and 2 walks against Garrett Cole, who pitched into the 8th. Technically, he's still in this ball game. There's been nobody warming up in the Yankees bullpen. 2 balls and 2 strikes now on LeMahieu. Cole is making his first start as a Yankee
3 balls.
in Yankee Stadium, and he put on quite a show. Struck out 11 to this point. And again, there's been no action in the Yankees bullpen. Chapman is available, but we haven't seen him throw yet. 3-2 pitch to LeMahieu. That misses. First and second, nobody out. Urshela doubled and LeMahieu just walked. And the middle of the order, or the heart of the order, more or less, coming up to bat for the Yankees. Aaron Judge, Gleyber Torres, and Giancarlo Stanton, the next 3 hitters in the Yankees lineup. Tanner Scott is now required to face Aaron Judge. He can't be taken out until this plate appearance ends. That's a strike. 98 miles per hour. It's 0-1. Tanner Scott just came in this 8th inning and has already worked himself into some trouble. Here's the 0-1. Swinging a line drive. That's through the left side base hit. Urshela rounds third, now comes home because Santander bobbled the baseball out and left. And that's a run scored for the Yankees. Give Judge a single. Everybody advances 1 base on the single, but Urshela scores on the error made by Anthony Santander in left field. Tanner Scott remains in the game. Nobody out, runners on first and second. Strike called on Torres. Torres got a hit in his most recent at bat. His hit knocked John Means out of the game in the 6th inning.
1-1.
That was the last time he batted. This is the first time he's facing Tanner Scott. And early on, he's 125, batting with runners in scoring position this season. LeMahieu on second, Judge on first.
I got to count 1 and 2.
Judge just drove in Urshela and extended the Yankees' lead. 1-2. That's outside. Counts even. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Yankees already put up a run, but still have an opportunity to score some more. 2-2 pitch. Fouled off. Count still 2-2. This is a pivotal game early in the year. The Yankees to the top of the division, 6-4, and the Orioles in third place with a 5-5 record. These two would be tied if the Orioles can come back and win. Torres strikes out there. That's out number one. Should the Yankees win this game, they'll bolster their lead in the American League East. And the Orioles will go below 500 in winning percentage. But with one out, after that strikeout of Torres, here's Giancarlo Stanton, and Tanner Scott remains in the game to pitch. Stanton takes ball one outside. Stanton 1 for 3. He singled in the fifth inning and was the first run to come around and score. He scored on the Voit single. Here's the 1-0. That's a strike. Around the inside, counts 1 ball and 1 strike. Stanton, 500 batting average with runners in scoring position early on. Stanton got the first hit for the Yankees in that fifth inning as well. 1-1 pitch. That misses, counts 2 balls and a strike. Tanner Scott still pitching here. He started off this 8th inning. 2-1 pitch. Scott gave up a leadoff double to Urshela, then walked LeMahieu and gave up the single to Aaron Judge that Urshela came around to score on. Now here's the 2-2 pitch. Check swing, but home plate umpire is going to call it a swing. It was not caught on the pitch. Stanton went around too far, and Tanner Scott rebounds well, getting Torres and Stanton to strike out. And now with 2 outs, here's Gary Sanchez. Yankees still have LeMahieu on second and Judge on first. And that pitch misses outside, ball 1. Sanchez has walked twice in this game, 0 for 1 otherwise. He's ahead in the count, 1-0. Swing and a miss, 95 miles per hour. Scott throwing with high velocity. There's the 1-1. That misses, and Sanchez ahead in the count, now 2 balls and 1 strike. That misses, counts 3-1. Miguel Andujar is on deck. Scott in a tough position here. Three one's coming. Right over the heart of the plate at 98 miles per hour, and the count's full 3-2. And with 2 outs, LeMahieu will be running from second, as Judge should be from first. Runners go. Swing and a miss. And that one ends the inning. Yankees score 1 run despite having 2 runners on base to end the 8th inning. And going to the 9th, it's the Yankees 3 and the Orioles 0. You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network, brought to you by MLB The Show 20. I'm Nicholas Callis. Garrett Cole, who's making his first start as a Yankee in Yankee Stadium, is pitching into the 9th. Will face 9-1-2 hitters in the Orioles order. Chance Sisco, Hanser Alberto, and Trey Mancini all due up to bat. And Sisco beats the shift for a 3rd time. It's his 2nd hit of the game. He also got out hitting it the other way, but he's hit the ball 3 straight times the opposite way and has gotten 2 hits to show for it. There's Garrett Cole's score line at the moment, and he'll stay in the game. Has an extra run of padding now. The Yankees scored 2 runs in the 5th inning and 1 run in the 8th inning. Cole coming up now to 110 pitches. He has 11 strikeouts. He's given up 3 hits now. Or excuse me, he's given up 2 hits now and has walked 2 in his 8+ innings of work now. Very good start. In line for his first win, barring an Orioles comeback. Throws it over there against Alberto. No ball, 2-strike count now on the Orioles second baseman. Here's the 0-2. That's upstairs, counts 1-2. Cole, known for being a strikeout machine, played to the Pirates pitch to contact mythology when he was there, but really broke out with the Astros after they let him pitch for strikeouts and broke their single-season franchise strikeout record in his time. Over 314 strikeouts Cole had in 2019 with the Astros. 1-2 pitch. On the ground, left side, Torres. LeMahieu. Voit. Cisco out at second, Alberto out at first. Double play, 2 outs, top of the ninth.
Right fielder, Trey Mancini.
That slider was over the heart of the plate, too. Alberto can only hit it into the ground. Stayed with it in terms of pitch location. He hit the inside pitch to the left side, but didn't get a good part of the bat on it. And the Orioles, 1 out left to work with. It'll be Trey Mancini. 0 for 3 out of the 2 spot in the Orioles order. Most recent at bat resulted in a strikeout to Cole. One of the 11 strikeouts Cole has in this game. Cole with a pretty good opportunity to pitch a complete game shutout. There has been no action in the Yankees bullpen all night. 0-1 pitch. It's outside, counts even at 1. Yankees have faith in Cole, and not many times you'd see a starting pitcher work close to 120 pitches in a single game. But Aaron Boone letting Garrett Cole work. You see the splits there. 74 strikeouts out of the 117 total pitches he's thrown. 2-1 to Mancini. In the air, right field. Aaron Judge looks to have a play. He makes that play, and this ball game is over. Garrett Cole, his first home start as a Yankee, pitches a complete game shutout, striking out 11. Giving up 2 hits and 2 walks in the shutout. Yankees back him up well on offense. Get enough insurance to let Cole earn that complete game shutout. And there's the final line score. Yankees scored 2 runs in the 5th thanks to a Luke Voit single and a Brett Gardner sac fly. And then in the 8th, Aaron Judge hit a single. Gio Urshela came around to score. And that's your ball game. Quite simply, the Yankees are victorious, and the Orioles couldn't get the bats going against Cole. And look at those final numbers. Garrett Cole deservedly getting the player of the game, pitching 9 innings, giving up no runs on 2 hits, walked 2, and the big number there, struck out 11 hitters.
2 hours and 36 minutes.
11 hitters in this game. John Means gets hit with the loss. 5 2/3 innings, couldn't pitch out of the 6th. Gave up 2 runs on 3 hits, walked 2 and struck out 5. Not really a bad start for him. Just was outdueled by one of the best pitchers in the game today. A couple of notable hitters amongst both teams. Chance Cisco went 1 for 2 and walked. Rio Ruiz 1 for 3 in the game. And then for the Yankees, Gio Urshela hit a double in the 8th inning. That was his only hit of the game. Luke Voit went 2 for 3, had an RBI in the 5th inning. And Aaron Judge 1 for 4. He had the RBI in the 8th inning. And Brett Gardner hit that sac fly that scored the second run of the Yankees' 5th inning. The Yankees improved to 7-4 now on the season and remain atop the AL East in first place. And the Orioles now fall to 5-6. The Orioles now 2 games back of the division lead, and where they place will be decided by the other games that some of the other AL East teams will play in, and the results of that will come up later tonight or early tomorrow. So stick around to see where the Blue Jays, Rays, and Red Sox place after their games today. But you've been watching Major League Baseball's virtual network, brought to you by MLB The Show 20. I'm Nicholas Callis. Once again, your final score, the New York Yankees 3 and the Baltimore Orioles 0.